Hi, I'm Vivian Oliver-Hernandez, and in this tip of the week, I'm going to show you how to create your own timers using Canva. So I know that I've already in previous videos told you how you can find a timer on YouTube, and then you can embed that into a Google slide, or you can do multiple ways of using that timer. However, let's say you're very creative or you want to give your students some positive reinforcement and you're like, oh, give me an idea so I can create a timer around that. You can create your own timers in Canva. And as always, timers are very important in classroom instruction because allotting a certain amount of time to do activities and having your students know what time they have left really does help them stay focused on the task at hand. Let's go ahead and jump into how to make that timer. So to start, here's a preview of a timer that I created on my own with Canva. So it was a 30-second timer, and as you can see, it's very simple, but the reason I'm showing it to you is because it could be very simple like this, or it could be very elaborate. But I did create it using Canva, and it goes down by seconds, and then at the end it has a time is up with a little bit of graphics. So there are a few ways you can do this. I'm gonna go ahead and minimize my timer. The best way is to start off with the template that already has the seconds or the time for you broken down. You can do this individually by yourself if you would like. So let's say this is up top, says a 35-second timer, and I need more like 40, then you can go ahead and click on the page, duplicate, and add more time. So to do that, you would just add more time. Make sure each of your slides is a second long. Sometimes it defaults to 5 seconds, like that, but to make sure it's better, I would do 1.0 to make sure each slide is a second. You can see right here at the bottom left corner, tells you how many seconds each slide is, and then my last slide is actually 3 seconds. So what I would do is, use a template unless you really want to create it yourself. If you want to create it yourself from brand new scratch, the way I did it was I went to Canva, create a design, educational video, and then it gave me a blank canvas where I just added some text, I added the heading, and then I added the time, so like a minute, and then I can add each page and break it down. If you're gonna do this, I highly recommend then that you make your first page exactly what you want it to be throughout the video so it looks seamless. It does take more time, but I'm going to show you how to do it a different way than starting from scratch. However, you are welcome to play. So using a template, I'm going to go ahead and delete. Now, if you have someone who is kind in your life that already created this, or you're someone who created it and want to share, then what you can do is go to share, go to more, go to template link, copy that link, share it with the people who would want that template to start off. And what they will get is this screen when you share that link, the template link. They'll click use template, and then they get a copy to play with. So that's really, really helpful if you're trying to share this template because you already did the logistical work of making sure each slide is there and each time is there, okay? Then from that, and I will have a link, the template link in the description of this video for the 35-second timer. You can go ahead and change your title. So for this one, I'm going to do rainbow. That will be the theme. And then I'll go from there. So here is a template link to begin. I'm going to hit use template, and then it's automatically going to open it. So the first thing I'm going to show you on customizing your template is you want to make sure, again, you rename it. So you can rename it science copy. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the left-hand side styles. Now, if you don't see it there, it's probably going to be in more. So you're going to have to click more, click styles, and then I'll add it there. So I do like this color, but let's say I'm like, I want to see some new things. Like I want to see more color palettes just to play. I can go ahead and click on styles and it'll automatically rearrange it. As you can see, I only did the first one, not all of them, but if I want to add to all, there is a purple button at the bottom that says apply to all pages. So I can click that and it'll customize it. Now, once I do that, let's say I'm happy with it. I don't want to add any graphics. I just want a very simple timer, just different colors, and that's it. I really didn't want anything too fancy. And then you're good. Then you'll go to share, then you'll go to download, and you'll download it as an MP4 and save it on your computer to use later, which you can upload to YouTube. Now let's say you do want to get a little bit creative and you want to add a background. What you're going to need to do is create a background on its own and download it and re-upload. So I'm going to show you how to do that. If you add a page and you drag it to the beginning, it really doesn't matter where it is because we're going to delete this page anyways. I'm just using it as a way to show what you can do. So let's say I want to add some flair, or I can't think of any, so I want to go to templates and I want to add something close. What I can do is I can pick, like, let's say I want this color, so I'll bring up some that are similar and I scroll and I kind of like look and see which one I do not like. Let's say I'm like, ooh, I like this one. What I could do is I can pick one that has very limited stuff on it but has the background I want. Then I can delete by selecting what I don't need, but leave the middle open because that's where your timer is going to go. Then I'll go to share, download, and instead download as a picture the first slide, only the first slide, because once I download the first slide as a background picture, I'm going to save it. Then I'm going to go to uploads and re-upload it as a picture into my left-hand side upload section. I'm going to delete this first page before we forget, so I'm going to delete it. And then to add a background, like a custom one, I'm going to drag and drop here, right-click over it, replace background. Now, as you can see, that thing about apply all does not happen. So the trick to do this quick and seamless is to double click on the background so it takes it out, right click, copy it, then put it back by clicking, go to the next page, right click, paste. Or if you're familiar with the shortcut, you can go ahead and hit Control V after you've copied it on each slide after you have copied it. So that's a quick way using your shortcuts. After you copy it once, just hit Control V for victory, into each one. So that way you can get the same look amongst them all. So then to double check that you've applied to all, what I'm going to use is this grid view at the very bottom right. And I'm going to grid view to see that all of them have been added, the background, along with the numbers. So I think we're good to go. Now, before I download it into a video, for this time up section, I do want to add an element, add a little bit of flair to make it show that time is officially up, which you can do with Canva video. So I'm going to add a little bit of confetti. And then I'm going to drag my mouse to the beginning of this video, the black mouse. And then what I can do after that is I can add some audio. So again, if you don't see it, go to more and click more audio to add it. I can search up bell or ringer, but if I already know one, I can click it by adding it. As you see, it added a purple here at the bottom. So now when time officially is up, after that second, I can hear a music chime. So then after I do that, if you want to preview it, you can go here next to the share button and hit the preview. And as you can see, it runs through each second, which is awesome. And then when I get to the very end, it went ahead and played a bell. So, and it has the confetti moving. So that's pretty awesome. And then to officially download it, I would go to share, download, download. It'll tell me once it's downloaded, it'll save it to my computer. And that's how I make custom timers in Canva. So I hope this was helpful to add a little bit of fun into the classroom with being able to create your own timers. I know it could be a little bit tasking, so you're not going to want to do this for every lesson every single day, but it is worth doing for fun to add a little bit of your classroom culture flair. And maybe for your more higher elevated students that need activities, you can go ahead and show them this video of how to do it, and I'm sure they'll have fun creating timers for the lessons. So either way you want to use it is up to you. Definitely take advantage of being able to create a template link and share with other people. As I said, I will post the link to that very simple one so you can start creating on your own. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope this was helpful. Thank you. Bye.